Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. I'm feeling pretty good despite just waking up. Still got a little bit of that shit in my throat, but you know how it be, we really out here, brothers. What do we got going on today? It's Tuesday, that's right, Tuesday. Topical Tuesdays, what do we got going on? I mean, I don't know, what do we got going on? For the last week on the Lost Ark subreddit, we got some memes, we got an artillerist here. That's a meme too, I already know. But I'll click it just for funsies. Honestly, we don't got much actual content here. We got an anime. I'm gonna assume this is like a fucking echidna titty picture. We'll open it just for you guys. Don't say I never did nothing for you. We'll do this, this, and then this. Okay. When she's getting undressed, but you already busted. Ooh, it's an Ether Predator book for 331k when there's an adrenaline book, relic adrenaline book. Question mark? Alright. It happens, bro. We'll just chalk it up to RMT and not being dumb. Can we get a DPS meter? I just finished one of my AGS raids and it literally made me not want to play this. It literally made me not want to play this game. I literally don't want to play this game, you guys. Sorry, I'm being a little artistic. The entire time I was checking to see if my armor was broken or my gems were missing or my arc passive was set right. Once we finished it, I went over the logs and noticed the support had shit uptime. Thing is, these supports have no idea. Worst part is, it legitimately feels horrible as DPS class that invested so much into your character to have a gimp to help because the support doesn't know what they're doing. Please reconsider normalizing DPS meter and letting these cancer supports get the chemo they need to fix themselves. I mean, at this point, I feel like you're yelling at a brick wall, right? They're not gonna put a supported DPS meter in the game. They're just not. In fact, they doubled down by encrypting the DPS meter in Korea, and now you have to decrypt the packets in order to read them to get a functional DPS meter in the West. They aren't gonna do it. If it bothers you that much, you gotta make a decision, man. Do you keep using janky DPS meter and then flame people who don't use DPS meter because they don't have an actual in-game way to quantify their performance? Or do you just quit playing the game? And I think if you're getting upset over DPS meter, you probably should take a break from the game. Maybe play something else, try some Path of Exile 2, you know, take a fucking break. Because I don't think this is a normal response to this situation. But maybe I'm just out of the game sphere, so like I'm smoking dick. I don't know. With how many times I've seen the word rat in this thread, it's no wonder we don't have a DPS meter. The game already has enough trouble keeping players without a tool that helps us identify who doesn't have hands. The OP literally called bad supports a cancer and then wonders why we don't have help identifying them. Do they make a meter for self-awareness? This is what I'm saying. I'm glad this guy said what I'm saying. I'm giving him an up boot. I'm tipping my fedora to this guy. This guy gets it. Like, am I fucking smoking silly string? Like, I don't get it. The words that this guy is using in this post is the exact reason why it doesn't exist, and if you're getting this worked up over it, man, it's time to call it a day and go play League of Legends again, or some shit. Like, damn. Ugh. The first thing I thought, OP making the worst possible case for Smilegate to change their mind. Sorry, I should have been more clear. I was referring to their bad play as cancer and giving them the tools necessary to cure that cancer. I wasn't calling them cancer, you guys. Just the way that they play is cancer. They're not cancer. Like, shut the fuck up, fucking goofy bitch. Man, I'm in a mood today. I hope y'all are having a good fucking day, because I'm having a good day, and I just woke the fuck up. This is gonna be echidna titties. Yes, it is. Wowzers. She got two big bazonkers. She got a snake? That snake? Between you and me, that shit kind of looked like a dongus. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Yeah, I'll give Lost Ark a try. That's what I'm saying, brother. As a new player, the Makoko event ending in about a week is sad. I tried playing Lost Ark on release, and I hated the campaign grind, and I couldn't get into it. About a month into the Ignite server, I made a character on it as a joke because my friends who played Lost Ark knew I would never play it. Tried solo Akon Voldus, and I really liked raiding. Yeah, man, the combat fucking fire, dude. The only thing that isn't fire is the people who play the game. Oh, and the systems that are in the game, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Sorry, I was re-upping on the gamer fuel. My body is a machine that turns water into words. I played the game a ton, doing the majority of the stuff with skill points, doing dailies every day, doing all my raids every week, looking at Lost Ark Nexus to figure out proper jewelry and tripods and gems, doing all of the old Transcendence and Elixir and Ignite character and Express characters. I have the title for Behemoth, Echidna, and Theamine, and I don't die very often outside of Theamine Hardgate 3, where some of the red patterns are taking more time for me. The Magogo event is ending in a little over a week, and my roster level is only 140, despite Tower and North-South Curzon on 3 characters and doing all my raids and daily cubes on 2. Pushing another character to 1640 feels impossible, even buying the North Curzon pass because the gold shard cost is insane. If I, as a new player, want to get a character to tier 4, I don't have LOS 30 yet, because I'm sitting on 23 selectors, 8 purchased ways, and 2 awakened free cards, and I'm waiting for February to be able to complete it. I know that when the Makoko event ends, and I can finally hone up my Ignite character to 1660, I'm going to have 5 weeks of buying buses to enable Arc Passive. My 1640 Reaper is going to get gate kept out of Behemoths because my roster level is low and I can't physically complete LOS without spending thousands. I love this game, but I'm not sure what they expect new player experience to be like when this event ends. Despite putting in hundreds of hours in the last couple of months, I'm going to have a hard time getting accepted into raids and just have a very little way to catch up to characters in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah? I mean, this is always the conundrum, right? If you don't incentivize old people to play with the new people, they're not going to play with the new people because the new people are going to be a liability more than they are a benefit in pretty much 99% of cases. But if you incentivize the old players to play with the new players in the sense of like a reward system like was given here, then at the very least the newer player can get things done. If it's a temporary system, eventually the new player will stop being able to get stuff done, and then they will need to either transition into playing with friends that they hopefully met while they were playing during the Makoko period, or like a guild that hopefully they joined during the Makoko period. This has always been a problem in this game, right? And it's only gotten worse as time goes on, obviously, because the longer the game lasts, or the longer the game has existed, the more things that there are to separate a newer player from an older player. And it's like, yeah, new players get a ton of free shit, especially compared to like how things were like a year ago or 2 years ago. But the whole idea is it's just not enough. But even if you give them enough, it still wouldn't fix the problem of them not knowing what to do. I don't know. Look, man, I'm not a game designer. I can say something is a problem. It's not my job to figure out what that problem is. One question, where are these friends of yours ever not helping you? I mean, I think having to rely on friends to do anything in a game is also kind of bad. I get the sentiment, but I don't know. You get into some touchy territory there, in my opinion, where it's like, well, you have friends that play the game, so why don't you just play with them? And it's like, in a vacuum, great idea. In reality, schedules, people work, people don't want to play the same times, you know, shit like that. Like, it's more nuanced than that. I don't know. And that's what I kind of mean by, like, when the guy was a Makoko, hopefully he joined a guild or met friends, and then he can continue playing with them afterwards. But if he doesn't, or he doesn't meet enough people, I mean, it can get fucky. It can get fucky. I do think, yeah, this guy, I really hope for the sake of this game's future they keep the events as a permanent addition to the game. I think this being permanent wouldn't be a bad idea, because then as long as somebody meets the criteria, they're a Makoko, and then at the very least they'll be able to get into content as a Makoko. It still wouldn't fix the problem, but it would be a good band-aid, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm smoking that silly string kush pack. I don't know, man. I'm smoking that dickweed shit. Andy Lin is leaving AGS for a position at Bungie. This is some AGS guy. Cool. From what I saw when I looked him up, he was a product manager that had ties to monetization. Some controversy there from the mileage poses locked behind the packs. Lukewarm Thanksgiving holiday bundles, premium skins hidden, expensive bundles, etc. So, I mean, it is what it is. He'll fit right in at Bungie. They're trying to pull every last dollar out of the dwindling player base. Sounds familiar. Guy had no idea what he was doing. Okay. I don't think very many people who work at AGS have any idea what they're doing in terms of the game. We've instituted machine learning algorithms that detect them very quickly, and the number of bots in the game as a percentage of active users is at the lowest it's ever been. Yeah, that's cap, bro. Who? 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 It's just a bunch of who. Oh man, Reddit never stops to amaze me. Why did Revel delete all his videos? Just found out his channel was completely wiped. Only Twitch links are up. What's the story here? So this is something that I saw on the Reddit, and I was like, damn, Revel's pretty cool. I like his stuff. But I understand, and I think some people in this thread kind of get it. But this is just like a bunch of super nice posts. Let me see here. Here, I was in his Discord server, which he deleted a month or so ago. He was starting to get a lot of hate watchers and nasty comments. I think it's a big contributing factor to him wanting a break. If I had to guess, content creation consistently exposing him to that side of the community was starting to affect his mental, so he decided to step away for a bit. This is something that a lot of people don't understand, but until you start like consistently making content on any sort of like consistent basis, this shit really does kind of start to drive and get to you, because it's like you're just trying to do shit for fun and have fun. At least I am. I can only speak from my own angle of content creation. Like, yeah, I would like to do this as like a career maybe someday. I don't know. I'm not like hoping on it, but I do this shit because it's like, honestly, it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic in a creative way for me to get shit out there. Not everything that I do is super creative, obviously. Like, I'm reading fucking Reddit posts right now. That's not very creative. But some of the more creative content that I have made in the past, the long grinds, such as like the excavating stuff, the cube stuff, some of my MapleStory content, the more creatively pushed out stuff, I like doing that shit. But I also just like doing stuff like this. I like hanging out with you guys. And it really does kind of... It does get tiring to see these people, because you gotta keep in mind, most people who comment aren't going to be the people commenting that are like, hey man, I want to have a discussion, or like, hey man, I like the stuff you make, or like, hey man, whatever. It's not going to be generally positive comments. The most people who comment are going to be commenting because they have something negative to say. So majority of the comments are going to have a, I would say, abrasive tone to them. And a lot of people are fighting demons that don't exist in a lot of comments. So many comments I get are just like people battling something that wasn't even said. But yeah, I get it. And I think this is something you should keep in mind. Obviously, it doesn't really matter to like bigger content creators. Bigger content creators, you have a fucking sea of thousands of comments. It doesn't really matter. It gets lost in the noise. But for smaller content creators and more niche games like this, it really does matter. So I don't know. Take a minute, go to your favorite content creator. Shit, go to fucking Revel's channel. Maybe he has a community post or something up that you can comment on, and just fucking leave him a nice comment, dude. Honestly. And I'm not even saying this to me. You don't have to do that shit to me. It would be nice, but I'm just saying, like, in general. If you have, like, a small content creator that you enjoy watching, fucking give him some support, man. Leave him a nice comment. That's why I love my regulars, man. I love the people that watch my shit, comment regularly, because these are the people that I make this shit for, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'll stop yapping. I think that'll do it for this week's Topical Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thinking of my YouTube members, It's Biscuits Eater Diz, Remix My Life, I'm Nufu, Hearts, I love you all. Bye!